Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Speaker, thank you for your being here today. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Akmal Amiruddin. I am a PhD student for University of Trisakti, Jakarta, Indonesia. This paper is a collaboration with my team, Professor Zilal Hamzah, Professor Eleonora Sofilda, and the others. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you about the contents of my paper today. My paper consists of 6 parts. One part is introduction, literature survey, literature review, model, methodology, result, and the end of the part is conclusion and recommendation. Okay, I'm going to start with introduction first. As we know, that's is paper regarding about the banking institution. What is banking institution? Banking is a very important become a rule in driving economic across the world by acting as intermediary between surplus and deficit spending unit. Bank collect the deposit and saving and extend the credit to borrow at here interest rate. So you can get interest rate margin. The fund disbursed by bank stimulate economic activity by foster the creation of product and service, thereby support overall economic growth. Bank is important, but the most important, how to keep the bank in the good track. Bank can be support economic very good, and also at firstly, if the bank is not managed by good management, because it become a burden of economy. So that's why bank performance is highly depend on internal management, complexity of issue, and public trust. Bank management of fund is influenced by internal factor and also external factor. Internal factors such as management, quality, human resources, capital adequacy, risk assessment, strategy, and technology. And the external factor including macroeconomy, condition, inflation, exchange rate, and interest rate. So, what is the focus of this paper? I want to show you that the focus of this paper is how the performance of bank in Indonesia. We use a data from December 2014 to June 2023. In this period, there are some regulatory policy. In 2020, there are shifting classification of the bank from the basic with the activity. We also call it BUKU to the based on capital, based on core capital. We call about KBMI. Then this research will identify internal and external factors to influence the growing of the asset and provide an insight of bank management and policymaker to enhance a competitive strategy and develop idea banking policy, consider performance metric, interest rate, and macroeconomy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I had already told you about the background. Now I explain you about the literature review. About the literature review, we use some preview study that has already published for become basic of my paper, such as Judianto et al., Muhammad et al., Rashid Bardan, Kola Benson, Lovers Penabat et al., and also Morina and Heck Nicholas. This literature review very important for my paper to support my theory. Now we are going to the other part about the methodology. Methodology, we start with the data. We use the data from 95 commercial bank in Indonesia. The all of the bank is conventional bank. We utilize the monthly data from that bank. But that bank are categorized in two parts with business activity we call BUKU and the new capital we call KBMI. The research period spanned from December 2014 to September 2021 for the BUKU classification, and from October 2021 to June 2023 for the KBMI classification. And then in the right side, in the left side, we set the indicator of the of my paper consists of performance aspect internal, interest rate aspect for external, and macroeconomic for external as well. All of them have some variable that we use to generate with our model. Okay, now we are going to the next methodology. We talk about methodology. In this, we can see that econometric specification, we say that some formula in the right side is, we can say that dependent variable are asset growth. And in the right side is independent variable that consists of performance, macroeconomy, and interest rate with several indicators. Next, econometric model and analysis banking asset growth. We use quantitative method with pool ordinary least square, and also we consider on this regression we use the common effect model, fixed effect model, random effect model, and then we use some tests to select the model. Which one model we can be used is very good for support my paper. Estimation for this estimation for the regress the models, we use software. We use 9.1 that focus on quality, asset quality, profitability, liquidity, efficiency, capital, and so on. Performance, to measure the performance, we use the R square, and comparative analysis focus influence banking growth on Indonesia. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to discuss about the result right now. Okay, the result of regression we did. I said here before, we use some tests how to model is very suitable for this model. We in BUKU categorized, we consider that random effect model is very suitable, and KBMI is very suitable are common effect model. Because why? There are some of tests, so that, for example, in BUKU, CHO test is support for fixed effects model, and Hussman test for random effect model, and Rasvagan also to consider about random effect model. So as the conclusion there, for BUKU categories, random effect model may be effective to use, and KBMI variable common effect model is more suitable. This model that's used. I want to talk to you deeply about my paper. In my paper, we compare two model. model, random effect model, and chain effect model in with BUKU categorized and also KBMI models. So here we say that in BUKU categorized, internal variable is a very important and significant to influence the asset growth of bank in Indonesia, such as NPL, ROA, BOPO, LAR, and CAR. And the other hand, GDP, deposit interest rate, is more significant to affect the asset growth from external variable. Also, there are negative significance to influence the asset growth, such as NPL, CAR, BOPO, GDP, deposit interest rate. There is a BUKU categorized. Now I told you about KBMI categorized. KBMI categorized is more variable significant compared with BUKU. Internal factor influence the asset significantly in KBMI are NIM, LDR, LAR, CAR, and CCR. Exchange rate, inflation, BI rate, lending interest rate, deposit interest rate are significant to influence for KBMI for external factor. Some of them, CAR, inflation, deposit interest rate are negative impact to total asset growth. Meanwhile, NIM, LDR, LAR, CCR, exchange rate, BI rate, lending rate are positive impact. That's the result. Now we are going to the other part relating about this question. In the BUKU, in the BUKU categorized, we can conclude that NPL, BOPO, CAR, GDP, and deposit rate are negatively to impact the asset growth, and for ROA and LAR is positive one. So we can see that internal factor is very important to influence growth of BUKU categories. On the other hand, in KBMI categorized, macroeconomic factor have become more significant, especially post COVID-19. Negative impact occur from CAR, inflation, and deposit, and positive impact NIM, LDR, CCR, exchange rate, and lending rate. Positive influence to asset growth. Okay. Next, I want to tell you about the implication of this paper. Implication this paper is we have to strengthening the risk management, because the negative impact of NPL and CAR will need to improve risk management. I'm sorry. And the second one, optimization, liquidity, and efficiency is more important, because LAR and BOPO also have a problem. So the other one, strategic interest rate. So we have to maintain the lower interest rates in the customer to drive the asset growth, and the other responsiveness to external condition, and also we have to adopt the adaptive policy to industry banking. So we are going to the last part of my paper and my presentation related about the conclusion and recommendation. Before we can say before the regulation, or we said the BUKU, internal factor, internal driver to produce internal driver is profitability, efficiency, asset quality, capital adequacy ratio is very important with the focus. So that's why in BUKU categorized internal factor why prominent. Meanwhile, in the KBMI, external factor is become a very prominent, because the COVID-19 impact catalyzed innovation in digitalization, strategic and shift, strategic shift. So, what is recommendation? Recommendation is very important here because it's very important. So, what is a recommendation? First, regarding the performance monitoring, we monitoring through the rewarding system. Risk management effectively implementation of risk management effectively, and also efficiency, but still compliant is also have to do, and resilience building to strengthen capital to support sustainability growth. Adaptive strategies align the business strategies with asset growth. Ongoing operation regularly to assess performance and macroeconomic factor. Okay, that is all my presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm open for all of you to the to perfection of our paper. Thank you.